One Seaver Way. Welcome to the home of the New York Mets. This is Citi Field. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here. And on the hill today, Sean Manai.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do when you don't command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
The lefty fires. Grounded ball here, rolls foul. The line of the pitch. Liner to second and picked on the hop. McNeil gets it to first. And a quick out number 1. There's a Pirates lineup now. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike. Right through there for a strike. Next offering is downstairs. In the air out towards right center. Marte really on his horse for it. What a play in right field. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's O'Neal Cruz. That one's in there on 1.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. Two down, nobody on. Up the middle, sneaks through, base hit. And now Danger McCutcheon. Outside low, and that is ball 1. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. And we're just getting started here at the top of the first. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw received. That's a stolen base.
Good steal a second right there, and now the table is set for the Minnesota to drive in the first run of this ball game. I like that they're trying to manufacture some offense early on.
And it is 2-1. On the ground at first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One hit, one left. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Back here at Citi Field. And on the hill, Paul Skeens. Always a treat to watch one of the best starters in the sport, Siggy.
Big time arm power. One thing he struggles with, though, is repeating his delivery. And sometimes you have bigger pitchers trying to set things up. Not as easy as a more compact pitcher. But if he can get command going, establish it early, and carry it through the ball game, he's going to pitch deep into this one.
Francisco Lindor leading things off and takes a strike. Francisco Lindor at the plate. The Mets shortstop, originally drafted by Cleveland. And a guy with some serious power and an excellent defender.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches down an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
In the air, left field. Reynolds gets under it. He's there. He's got it. And there's one down. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Upstairs. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
They got it for out number 2.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
And now it's Mark Vientos. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boo, light tower power?
That's right. Just missed. That's hard hit on the line. Balls it in to end the inning. End of one, and we're still scoreless. Here in Queens, here's the power hitting catcher, Joey Bart. He has consistently been one of the best in the sport against lefties, and yet the righties give him trouble. You don't want to be labeled as that guy, but the numbers say what they say. And a foul ball left side.
Well, he's a good player, but if he wants to be great, he's going to have to figure it out against right-handed pitchers. There's so many right-handers in the game that you're going to see them one after another. So you would imagine with that many looks, Boog, that the adjustment's got to be coming soon.
Missed with a changeup. The count now 2-2. Here puts it away for the out. Well, there's one away. Up next for the Pirates, Nick Gonzalez. Off the mark there. Ball one.
Ball one, no strike.
Down, base is empty. And the one misses low. Ricky Holiday, our umpire behind the dish, known as pretty fair umpire for both hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, I think that's right, Boog. There is a little inconsistency on the corners of the plate. You can't always be sure how it's going to go with those borderline pitches as the game progresses.
Swing, and that ball smashed down a line. Marte makes the grab, 2 down. So 2 down now, and here is Ryan De La Cruz. That one fouled off. The line to kick the pitch. Ball one low.
It's a good take.
And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-2. 2 outs. And downstairs. Short, Lindor gathers and throws to first. 3rd out. Bucks go down quietly. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. And we're back. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes. It didn't take very long for Alonso to set the home run record here at Citi Field. He passed Lucas Duda for the top spot in June of 2023.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count is 1-1. Drill to right, way back there, and that is gone. Pete Alonso takes it deep. It's 1-0.
That's exactly what this crowd wanted to see in this spot. He blasted that pitch. Exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Here's Jesse Winker. That's in for a strike. Foul.
They're only on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. Look out! And it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Starting their tee up to him.
Definitely a breakdown in his mechanics on that one. He just lost the handle and ended up way off target.
For a strike.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that.
Way out front for strike 2. Winker on at first. Nobody out. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, it gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's It's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. All of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel.
Tyrone Taylor, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. Now 1-1. Just missed. This one in the air. Gonzalez under it. Calls it in. And there's 2 away. And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. And first offering is fouled off. And the righty deals.
Ball, that's out.
That's down and he had a slider missed.
2-1.
The pitch.
3 balls, 1 strike.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Righty to the plate. And a seed in the center. That's a base hit. Brewer stops the lead, whether it's second, 2 on, and 2 out.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Right-hander deals. And a good eye there.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
The 2-1. And another ball.
Love how this guy grinds out at bats. I mean, he's down there at the bottom of the lineup in the 9-hole, but he's worked himself in a really good hitter's count, trying to pick up a 2-out RBI.
Left-hand batter waits. In the corner for a strike. Now 3-2. First and second, 2 down. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Two on, 2 outs. And he walked him. So the batting order turns over. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Pitch in for a strike.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
You're 1. There's a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. Bases loaded. 2 down. And now 1 and 2. Kicks and fires. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Cruz moving under it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Mets draw first blood thanks to this solo homer. It's now 1-0. On to the third inning. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Brian Hayes. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. Towards first. Tosses to the pitcher, covering the bag. And one away at the top of the third.
The first base baseman, Billy Cook.
Now it's the rookie first baseman. Swing and a line drive curling foul down the right side. One down, base is empty. Swing and a foul straight back. The next offering misses. And a count 1-2. One out, base is empty.
Huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Bouncer to second. McNeil. And the Pirates go 1-2-3. Offense held in check there. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Mets 1 and the Pirates nothing. As we go to the last of the third. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Steams back to work. Nimmo goes 6 feet 3 inches, batting second in today's lineup, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of Wyoming. Catches the zone. 2-2 now. The line of the pitch. He's down looking for the strikeout. He's got to be frustrated with that call.
That's just a great job of playing catch with the catcher. Exactly where the catcher set up is where he threw that pitch. And I looked for the umpire a little bit because there was no budge at all.
And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos. And there's a ball. The next pitch misses, and the count is 2-0. In the air, right side, De La Cruz on the move towards foul ground. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall and make that play. And it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold on to it after contact.
Swing a high fly ball. He will strike right field. De La Cruz going back, pulls it in on the warning track. here at Citi Field as we go to the top of the fourth. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Ryan Reynolds.
This guy's a threat from both sides of the plate.
The pitch. Just missed. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul. And that's down and away. On the ground to third, Vientos. Fires across the diamond. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. O'Neill Cruz, the next Pirate to hit. Singled and stole a base his first time. Bounce to the right side. Tosses to first. And a couple of quick outs. Here's Andrew McCutchen to hit. He's 0 for 1. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. That misses, and that's ball one.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break.
Side. Alonso steps on the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. And midway in the fourth, it's the Mets 1 and the Pirates nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Jesse Winker. Skeens back to work. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Cruz makes the grab, one pitch and one out. Here's Starling Marte. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. That one misses. 1-0. Base is empty, one away. We're here at the bottom of the fourth. And it's even up.
Ball, one strike.
One down, base is empty. Chop to third, Hayes. Slings it across. Marte retired.
The center fielder,
Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. First time up was a pop out. Ball one to Taylor. That one at triple digits.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Mets go down quickly. They lead it 1-0. fifth, this is Joey Barton. As the lefty gets to work. That's in there. That's strike one.
You know, these Pirates just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Now back. Second base.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced, so I don't think this hit is going to knock him off the stride too much.
Nick Gonzalez will hit next. That's ripped to right down the line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One away. Ryan De La Cruz, the next Pirate to hit. Grounded out his first time up.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Ball one, no strikes.
We'll lay off that pitch down.
Leads off first with 1 away. Runner on the go. Swing and attack where the ball is foul. Into the dirt, and it's 2-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That one misses, and it's 3-2. Keep Ryan Hayes waits on deck for Pittsburgh. The Mets up by a run over the top of the 5th. It misses. It's a strikeout.
Just couldn't catch up on the low 90s fastball right there. That's a result of a good job of changing speeds. High-speed pitch on the one before, then sped him up. Pitchers that don't throw real hard have to rely on location and mix it up the speeds. That wasn't the best location with the fastball, but clearly that wasn't the pitch he was looking for at the plate either.
That one hit to right. And that is that. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Mets 1 and the Pirates nothing. And we're back. And now catcher comes up to him. Francisco Alvarez. And he deals. And there's a foul ball. And the pitch. Into the outfield for a knock. And aboard on the leadoff single.
He was over that. Looks like the break for the pitcher. There's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So nice job to use that big hole and get himself ahead.
Jeff McNeil stands in. Walked his first time. Up and in, and that's ball 1. Kicks and deals. Hit in the air, right field. Nabs it. Here's Francisco Lindor. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. For Lindor, being drafted out of Lockford Academy, he's a guy that's turned into one of the best all-around players in the game. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Cruz has a beat on it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. So checking in, Brandon Nimmo. First pitch, and he just misses. Big swing and a miss.
4-1.
He swings and fouls one off. The pitch. That one misses, and the count is 2-2. Puts it in the air out towards left center. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
And boy, do they catch a break. Otherwise, you're looking at runners around the bases and probably a run that scores.
So 2 on and 2 away. Next to hit, Mark Vientos. Just off the inside edge. Third, Nimmo on at second with 2 down. And another ball. Gets under and pops it up. Hayes drifts towards it. Drops into the glove. And that will end the inning. 2 left for the Mets, but they still lead it 1-0. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. At the plate for Pittsburgh, number 28. And a pitch. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That misses the zone. Now 1-2. Inside, almost got it. Good start with a leadoff down. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
So the Pirates' batting order turns over. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3. And they turn the double play.
Sometimes defense get turned so quickly that you don't really get to appreciate all the finer details of how these guys execute it. Right there, really nice footwork, and a good feed to second was the key to pulling it off.
Ryan Reynolds here. Slice the other way, that's a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Minaya checks over to first, and he's back.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score a ball in the gap. Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving, walk or just a base hit, but you've got to stay within yourself.
With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the sixth. That one way outside, 2-1. There's a swing and a drive. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. Two outs. There goes that ticket. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Mets 1 and the Pirates nothing. Bottom of the 6th inning, and stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Alonso, 29 years old, and he's a 2-time home run derby champion. Next pitch is downstairs.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And another ball.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
Comes a 2-2. And that's outside. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So, man aboard, Jesse Winker up now for the Mets. Chopper right side, and that chance handled. Ricardo Falefa, a 3-6-1 double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and no infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
Starling Marte, the next to hit. And a strike right through there. That one in triple digits. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. That one in triple digits.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Top of the 7th, to the plate now for Pittsburgh is the DH, Andrew McCutchen. The line to the pitch. That's outside. Ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Drew Smith getting loose out there. Rayleigh, a left-hander, also throwing. Next offering is down low. Check swing, and that's a ball. looking to get the tying run on base. He fouls it off. Will do it again. And a pitch. Foul off the plate. They'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Chopped out towards short. Tosses to first, so they get the out after a long battle at the plate.
You want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Here's Joey Park now, 1 for 2. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Drops in for a strike. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. The 1-1 is fouled off. And lifted. 2 gone now.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished. Right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Nick Gonzalez now at the plate. He clips the zone. It's 0-1. And that's in for a strike.
Quickly into a 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
It's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. Down in order go the Pirates, and it remains 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 7th, and stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor. The pitch. Fall off foul. Next offering is downstairs. Movement in the bullpen. David Bednar getting ready to go. Majinski warming up as well. The other way, and it goes just foul. And that one lifted in the air, center field, under it. Balls it in, and there's one away.
The catcher number 4, Francisco.
Now at the plate, Francisco Alvarez. There's a strike at the knees. And now the count is even. Wouldn't chase that time.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. he handles it himself for the out.
The bat, number 1, second baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout. Down in order go the Mets, but they lead it 1-0. Back here at Citi Field, we're at the top of the 8th, and down the right fielder, Ryan De La Cruz. The line to kick the pitch, and that one fouled off. Line of the pitch. Slap the other way, foul. And a swing and a miss. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Pretty good strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1, any lead on base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. Now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Bounce to the right. And that one handled. Throws to first in time. And that quickly 2 away.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
And here's the first baseman. High fly ball down the left field line. Makes a nice running catch. And that is that. New pitcher now, David Bednar.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Back to the top of the Mets order. And here is Francisco Lindor. 3 flyouts already. He's 0 for 3.
Both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
And he grounds one back up the middle. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Really nice job staying up there with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. 1 for 3. Moved to first. And he's back in standing. Out towards right center. That's well stripped. That one's carrying. And out of here. And they add on. It's 3-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Love to see a hitter aggressive for the first pitch in their bat. You watch it from the on-deck circle, so when you step on the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Vientos in the box now. No balls and a strike.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Nobody on, nobody out. You're the bottom half of the 8th inning. Hit in the air, center field. Cruz moving under it. Hauls it in for the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter. And a tough one at that.
Here's Pete Alonso. He's already homered here in this one. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Bednar, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a curve, and occasionally works in a splitter. That one finds the corner. No balls, 2 strikes. One down, base is empty. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Right-handed reliever. Ground ball, left side. Hayes to first, and that takes care of Alonso.
Now, the designated hitter, Jesse Winker.
So now here's the Mets DH, Jesse Winker. And here's a strike. Good here at 98.
Now, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Righty delivers. Foul ball. Gonna count 1-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just trying to overthrow that pitch.
Two outs. Up the middle. The throw to first. That's the inning. Mets had 2 runs on this blast. Last chance coming up for the Pirates. New inning getting started. Now it's going to be Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Manaea back to work. In there at the knees, and that's strike one. Line drive, base hit right field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
And now Ryan Reynolds, and he held up. Pitch misses, 2-0.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's going to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Outside low, 3-0.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Foul off, he was late. The Pirates trailing by 3 here at the top of the 9th. And there's a base hit to right field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
One of the first real jams of the game. Back-to-back singles to start the inning. And he's in a real solid outing, but he needs to lock this situation down if he wants it to stay that way.
Now manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. That's it for Sean Manaea. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Digs in now. Late with the swing there. Cutter Falefa at second. Reynolds at first with no outs. Next offer is in for a strike.
Say that's a statement strikeout right there. You come out of the bullpen going right after the hitters, and 3 pitches later, you got 1 out. I'll tell you what, if you're in the dugout, you're looking at each other and saying, "It's gonna be tough to get to today."
He's 2 outs away. Andrew McCutcheon getting ready to hit. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. First pitch misses. Runners at first and second. Swings through that. Next one misses, and it's 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
The tying run at the plate. Goes up empty. That's strike 2. At the belt and fires. To the right side. Into the outfield. Base hit. Heading for the plate. Oh, he throws it away.
Big RBI for him right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. It's a team effort. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball with the really important at bat coming up now.
First and second, 1 out. Joey Bart, the next Pirate to hit. That's a ball for a strike. Runners at first and second with 1 gone.
Right through there on a strike. Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never had a chance.
So the tying run at second. And a swing and a miss. And to a later.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, ball strikes. Wasn't able to follow it all. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Last chance down for the Pirates. Nick Gonzalez, the next Pirate to hit. There's the strike. Two outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it's just now. That was close. Diaz is just 1 strike away. Swing and a miss. And that's the ball game.
What pitchers do in this one, you get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a
final 3-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
For the Pirates, 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. They led 5 runners on base. Time ball, 2 hours and 33 minutes. Our pitch this afternoon is Cincinnati, 41,952. The Mets, thank you for your continued support. And remind you, please, get safe.